My next guests on Valley Views are Riley Gibson and Jenny Blasey. They are co-chairs of My Life Youth Group. Welcome to the show.
Hi.
Hi.
Tell our listeners what My Life stands for.
My Life stands for Magellan Youth Leaders Inspiring Future Empowerment.
So My Life is run by Magellan Health Services. So My Life is also for kids who might have mental health, substance abuse, juvenile justice, or foster care issues.
Yes, that is correct.
And what was the issue that brought you to My Life?
I was in and out of group homes. It was a trial and error between me and my parents. We'd bump heads, and then end up right back in the foster care system. So, they finally said after a while, it's enough trying, just stick it out till you're 18 and see what services, are available to you and what you can use to benefit from. And that's what I just did. I took advantage of every opportunity I had to become the person I am today. When I got involved with My Life, like I said at first, it was, like you said, kind of corny, I guess. And then
we'll have to talk about that to Greg, right?
Yeah, definitely.
We'll mention that to Greg, who's the person who's the adult supervisor, sponsor of the whole group.
Yeah. So for the first few months, I was kind of, standing in the corner, like, what are these kids doing, and then, one time, my mentor said, actually sit down and watch, actually be involved for once. And, I actually got involved, and that was, one of the best days, because from there on, I set my eyes on, becoming someone big in my life. I knew what they were trying to do, and, I just wanted to be a part of it in every way and form, because if I had known about those services sooner, I would have been 10 times better than what I am now.
What about you, Jenny? What brought you to My Life?
Since age 10 through 16, I was raped and molested by my mom's boyfriend, and finally CPS came to the house and took me away, and I was more than happy, and I was brought to my wonderful aunt. I didn't have to go to any group homes. My Aunt Holly, she took care of me. I got into counseling, and I met my mentor. Her name's Darby. She told me about the My Life group, and I was like, okay, I'll try it out. Kind of nervous because I'm always stuck to my mentor's side. Like the first time I was there, and then I actually was like on the side, like saying, oh, I don't want to talk to nobody. I don't want to be a part of this. And then a couple weeks after, when we had the next one, Greg came up to me and talked to me and was like, oh, hey, do you want to tell your story? And I was like, I don't know. And then I was like, okay, I'll try it, even though I was so nervous. So I got up there and I told my story about like how I got into CPS and how I came, like what brought me to My Life. And then after that day on, I was actually starting to get out of my shell, started talking to more people, made a lot of friends. Like the whole My Life group were like family. Like at first, like I felt like I didn't have any of that, and then I love my own family, but like as a kid family, like I didn't have any of that. I mean, like if I didn't have My Life, I'd probably still be in that little shell where I didn't want to talk to nobody, shy. Like when I was in elementary school, I didn't talk to nobody. I was in that corner. I would get bullied. I would get like in these group people where people would come beat me up. And like starting high school, when I first started high school, and that's when I started going to My Life, I started being more outspoken, started using my voice more. And like most people think, oh hey, kids don't have a voice, but we really do.
You guys have a voice. You go talk to the legislators. I mean, come
that
on.
was
Talk about affecting change.
amazing.
That's awesome.
A week or so ago, we went to Youth Day at the Capitol. It's our third annual, and we actually got to speak with senators and legislators and different things like that, and actually speak about issues that are going on in the foster care system, whether it be foster care, education, bullying, teen pregnancy, substance abuse.
But you brought the issues to the legislators so they could actually make a positive impact and change what was going on in the system and make it better.
Correct. We had like 2 months of planning, and actually got down to what, as a group, what was the major issues that were being faced in Arizona, and we all probably 15, 20 of us, we all went to the Capitol with, our heads held high, and, walked out of there the same way, smiling.
Talk about affecting change.
amazing.
That's awesome.
That was really fun.
And if you don't tell them, how are they going to know?
And the funny thing is the legislator I spoke with, I messaged him on Facebook, and he was like, "Oh, I remember you," and
Oh yeah, they love that. Mention them on Facebook.
Yeah, no, like we talked like in a message,
Yeah.
like we were talking and everything, and I kind of followed up with him and asked him how the bills were going, because I also heard like $39 million was supposed to be put back into, basically in the foster care system, and I was checking up with him. I was like, have you heard anything about it? And he was actually we were actually having a decent conversation about it. So to be able to talk to someone about that and have that much power was just like mind blowing. I never thought I could do that.
That's great. That's great. And who better to talk about it than someone who's experienced it firsthand?
My fest is Sunday, March 25th at Tempe Beach Park from noon to 5 p.m.
It's just a giant festival at Tempe Beach Park, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. It's free. It's not one of those, free events, and then you have to pay, for water and different things. Lunch will be provided. You get to see some people expressing themselves. You kind of actually get to see what services are there and what they do exactly and how they help the community. Even if you're a person, that doesn't have mental health, or, someone that isn't, aware of services, just to see, basically how the city is, and, see a whole new view of everything, rather than, just sitting at home. It's a good day,
What about My Life Discovery? I heard that's a new aspect of My Life.
Well, we actually started doing this mentoring group for the little ones, and it's pretty amazing because, like, they're these kids, and actually the last meeting we had, they actually got out of their shell and stuff, and they started singing, and we didn't know that they had, like, talent like that. It was pretty amazing. And
They're going to have to perform it at My Fest.
a couple of them want to, and it's awesome. Like, we were telling them about My Fest and telling them about the performing part, and like they're like, oh, I want to do it. And then like there's this one girl, she's so freaking cute, and she was really shy, but like she actually got up and sang, and it was pretty amazing.
And you've also started My Lives around the country.
Correct. Pennsylvania, we have 4 different ones. Like I said, we started out really small. We started off in one, probably the size of a little classroom, and now we've had to transfer to one big huge like place, like a auditorium size, and now we're going from that auditorium size to going to Pennsylvania, to going basically everywhere we can go, to make sure that everybody is aware and everybody knows. So we do our best to do what we can here, and we also try and get other people in other states to have the courage, to start up their own youth group over there, to be someone over there too.
Thanks so much for coming down to the show today.
You're welcome, no problem.
Riley Gibson and Jenny Blasey are co-chairs of My Life Youth Group. And don't forget, My Life, My Fest is Sunday, March 25th at Tempe Beach Park from noon to 5 p.m.
www.facebook.com/mylifeyouth.
Riley Gibson and Jenny Blasey, co-chairs of My Life Youth Group, were my guests this portion of Valley Views. And thanks to all our listeners for tuning in. You've been listening to Valley Views. I'm Dee Dee Stir. Have a great weekend. You're so funny. Why are you laughing?